Hi, and welcome to the Emotional Healing Guided Session. Now, this guided session was designed to help you to release emotional blocks that you feel challenged by, and also to wake up beautiful, positive emotional resources that have been suppressed by your emotional blocks or stress that took place in your life. And what is important to understand is that you already have all these positive resources in your biological makeup that you would need in order to live a healthy and happy life. However, these resources can become suppressed due to trauma and stress that took place. And when we are in a place of pain, then it greatly alters the way that we see life and also how we feel about it, including ourselves. Now, stress and pain causes your filters to become limited, and we're not able to see the joy that is already around us. And during this guided session, I'm going to help you to break through and open up those filters so that you can see the beauty that's around you that you've not been able to see yet. And during this guided session, you can also use your copy of Metaphysical Anatomy Volume 1 to help you to dig even deeper into the psychosomatic root causes of your challenges. And you can even combine it with the Volume 2, which is the Metaphysical Anatomy Technique. And there's also an online Level 1 course that you can join, and including there's also a Metaphysical Anatomy support forum where you will also have access to me, and you're also able to connect to other Level 1 students to do healing swaps and exchanges with. Now, let's start this session. Now, this guided session will serve you best if you work with one issue at a time. So if you have a few other blocks that you would also like to address, then I would suggest that you make that a second session, and then you can just go through this guided session again. Now, please make sure that you have a pen and paper ready to write down your answers and to make notes as we move through the session. Now, let's start. The first question that I have for you is, what emotion in your life do you feel challenged or held back by right now? So please write your answer down now. Now, question number 2. Are there any events or a person that triggers this emotional activation? Please write your answer down again. Now, the next question is, what thoughts or beliefs surface along with this activation? Name it and write it down. And when you feel this activation, whose face do you see other than your own? And remember, if I'm going too fast, just pause the video. I will be right here when you get back. And then, where in your body do you feel this emotion or even perhaps emotions? You might have found that more than one emotion came up, and that's okay. But do become aware, where in your body do you feel this emotional activation? For example, if this emotion had a home in your body, where would it be? And also, what color is it? And then, what positive resource do you feel is suppressed within you that could have helped you to manage your emotional state more effectively during the time or times that you were triggered? And also give that positive emotion a color. And then my next question to you is, what would change in your life right now that you are not ready to change if you did release this block that is suppressing your positive emotional resource right now? Now, look at the previous answer that you just wrote down. How is this block perhaps serving you? And when I say serving you, this is normally very hidden, very unconscious. But when you look at all the answers that you've written down, the answer to this question will finally become clearer. Look and see, how is this keeping you safe? Or even what? Or who? And then, whose permission do you need in order to change this right now? And the next question is, how high is the emotional price that you are paying right now, holding on to this emotional block, whether it's conscious or unconscious? And the next question, what is the opposite flip side, meaning the positive resource of this negative emotional block or challenge that you're feeling? Now, what would you need to embrace in your life in order to fully recover that positive emotional resource? And then, how are you withholding this positive resource from yourself? And now, with the awareness that you have of these old emotional blocks, let's move on to the healing meditation. I would like you now to sit down or lie down in a relaxed position. And make sure that you're in a room or an environment where you feel comfortable and also just where you will not be interrupted. Now, imagine standing under a big waterfall. The water is a bright fluorescent white color. The water is falling on you, washing away everything that you don't need. It's cleansing you and washing away all your stress, clutter, and foreign energy particles that no longer belongs to you, such as other people's stress and worries. Feel how this waterfall is washing away all the negativity in your mind, body, and spirit. The imbalanced energy is draining out of your feet back into the earth to be transformed into new positive energy. Feel how all that stress is just draining out of your feet. Feel the rush of that bright fluorescent water just running over your body, washing every single cell in your body. Feel how the water is falling on your head, down your spine, down your legs, into the earth. The water is energizing you. It's washing away fatigue, exhaustion, and it's bringing in new life to your adrenals and lungs. The imbalanced energy in your mind and body and emotional body is just becoming coherent. And everything that no longer belongs to you is just draining back down into the earth. Down, 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 down. Now, imagine a beautiful white light around you. And if you have trouble imagining a white light, you can imagine any color that you feel comfortable with. And as you inhale and exhale, your body will start to relax even more, releasing and letting go of the stress in your body and mind that no longer serves your purpose and new identity that you are stepping into. And now we are going to do a gentle breathe in the light exercise, which will take you into a calm, balanced alpha brainwave state. We'll be breathing in the mouth and out the nose. And if you're not able to breathe through your nose, then that's okay. You can breathe in the mouth and out the mouth, which will only just take you into a theta brainwave state. I'm going to do this breath work with you, and we can start in a minute by inhaling in the mouth as much air as you can, and exhale all the air out your nose. And on the last count, I will tell you to hold the last breath that you inhale through your mouth, and you're going to hold it as long as you can. And now, when you're ready, let's start. Breathe in the mouth, out the nose. mouth, out the nose. In the mouth, out the nose. In the mouth, out the nose. In the mouth, out the nose. Pick up the pace with me. In the mouth, out the nose. 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 In the mouth, and hold. Hold. And hold it as long as you can. And even if you feel a little bit dizzy, that's perfect. You are exactly where you need to be. And hold that breath as long as you can. And only when you feel ready, you can exhale through the nose. And just sit with that state just for a few seconds. Now, feel in your body where there's any residues of stress. Feel where the home of the stress is. Imagine a ball of energy that represents the stress. And then allow your beautiful white light to wash over you, dissolving this stress, almost like an aspirin tablet in water. And as it's dissolving, you're realizing that just no matter how hard you try to hold on to it, you just can't. It's going, gone. And as you feel your heartbeat becoming calmer, and as you start to feel your heartbeat becoming calmer and more regular, your adrenals are calm and relaxed. And your nervous system is even being soothed by this beautiful white light. Allow the unconscious mind to know and understand how all these old sensations and emotions unconsciously kept you safe in one way or another. And yet you also realize now that it no longer serves your new identity and the journey that you are stepping into. Now imagine this beautiful positive resources that was the opposite of the old emotional block that you had, that you wrote down. Imagine it in the shape of a ball that has a beautiful, vibrant color. This beautiful ball of light represents this positive resources, which is now dancing around you and in front of you. You can almost feel the joy, just zinging sensations that it's radiating. And I invite you now to reach out to this ball of light. Hold it in your hands and bring it closer to your chest. And slowly bring it closer and closer to the heart area. And the closer you bring it, the more excited every single cell in your body is becoming. I invite you to allow this beautiful light that represents this positive resource or resources to merge into your body, waking up and reminding your body and soul and emotional body what this resource used to feel like. And then you also realize that you never lost it. You only forgot what it felt like. Allow your whole body to become the color of those beautiful resources that is flowing through every single cell in your body. I invite you to allow your body to integrate and to wake up with this beautiful, gentle shift that's taking place. Allowing all the beautiful neural pathways to realign themselves with this new positive messages that's coming forward. And now, think back to the person's face that you saw when you felt the emotional block that you wrote down earlier. Now, think back to the person's face that you saw when you felt the emotional block that you wrote down earlier, and repeat after me, or you can just listen to my voice. I acknowledge the difference between my identity and this person's emotional blocks. I release myself from this emotional burden. By carrying this burden, it no longer serves me. I no longer need to be challenged by this old emotional block in order to grow emotionally, spiritually, and physically. I release myself from the job, responsibility, obligation, and contract to carry this emotional burden, because it no longer belongs to me. My body knows how to heal quickly. The power of the universe is working throughout my body and every single cell in my body. When I inhale, I breathe in love into my body. When I exhale, I breathe love into my life. I am the solution to my health and happiness. Freedom is all around me. And as you're listening to my voice, I invite you to finally acknowledge and see that the unconscious hidden benefits that were holding you back, I invite you to see that you have paid a high enough price for them. And now you can also see that you no longer have to accept those challenges from others, including yourself. That now, as of every day from now on, that you can move forward and grow gracefully. Every single day, your relationship becomes stronger and stronger within yourself. And as you continue your day and sleep at night, all these beautiful new emotional states and resources and qualities will continue to be recovered, and your mind and body will continue to heal emotionally, physically, and spiritually. And when you open your eyes, not yet, but when I ask you to, you will see the world through the eyes of someone who is now stronger, more empowered, confident, and fully connected to the body. You will see with full yet graceful awareness that you are now free from all burdens that you accepted that no longer belongs to you. I invite you to see that you accepted other people's judgment and criticism and truth that is no longer yours. Their truth is no longer your truth. Because as of now, from every day, your energy is going to start to come back to you. And I invite you to embrace your truth and to gracefully stand in that without needing to fight for it. Because now you know and realize and remember that it's your birthright to have your own truth. You have now graduated from old experiences and old expectations, as they no longer serve your new purpose. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes and welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Until next time, shine brightly and be the light that you are.